Football has always operated on a legal code, a set of rules born out of the muddy, chaotic brawls of 19th century Britain. Today, however, that code is cracking under the pressure of the modern game. The symptoms are painfully familiar to any fan. You watch a goalkeeper smother the ball on the grass, burning off agonizing seconds of the clock. Or you see a perfectly brilliant goal erased because a striker's toenail was a millimeter out of line. Referees hesitate to punish time wasting because the existing penalty is a nightmare to enforce. Awarding an indirect free kick deep inside the penalty box creates a chaotic wall of bodies right on the goal line. It feels disproportionately harsh, so the whistles stay silent. The power to fix this doesn't sit with any single league. It belongs to the International Football Association Board, or IFAB. They are the supreme lawmakers of the sport, and they hold the ultimate authority to rewrite the rules. To rescue the sport's pacing and fairness, IFAB has launched a massive statutory overhaul for the 2024 to 2026 cycles. They're stripping away vague, subjective interpretations and replacing them with hard, objective thresholds. The first pillar of this overhaul takes direct aim at dead time. These are the match flow statutes, drafted specifically to keep the ball in play. For years, the 6-second goalkeeper rule has been a joke. Players figured out that referees simply wouldn't enforce it, turning it into a massive legal loophole to run down the clock without fear of punishment. Under Law 12, goalkeepers may hold the ball for 8 seconds. For the final 5, the referee performs a strict, visible countdown. If that clock hits 0, the punishment is immediate. The opposing team is automatically awarded a corner kick. This strict logic extends across the pitch. Referees will now use visible 5-second countdowns for delayed throw-ins and goal kicks. And when a substitution is called, the departing player now has exactly 10 seconds to exit the grass. Time wasting is no longer a dark art left to the referee's discretion. It is a strictly timed legal violation, carrying a dangerous tactical cost. The second legislative pillar shifts from the clock to the players themselves. The conduct and welfare mandates are designed to protect referees from abuse and prioritize brain health. We all know the mobbing epidemic. Angry players instantly swarm the referee over a controversial call, intimidating the official like defendants in a kangaroo court. IFAB has introduced the Only the Captain protocol to stop this. To trigger it, the referee raises both arms, crosses them at the wrists, and pushes their palms forward. As this diagram shows, that signal establishes a strict 4-meter perimeter around the official. Only the designated team captain is allowed inside this zone. Any unauthorized player who breaches that line receives an automatic yellow card for dissent. On the welfare side, IFAB formalized the Additional Permanent Concussion Substitutions Law. If a player suffers a head injury, their team can replace them without it counting against their normal substitution limit. Teams no longer have to choose between medical safety and their competitive strategy. These mandates force clubs to prioritize basic respect and player health without sacrificing their numerical advantage on the pitch. The final pillar of IFAB's overhaul looks to the future. Under the Appellate Innovations, the board is actively trialing bold changes to video technology and spatial geometry. For leagues that lack the massive infrastructure of VAR, IFAB is testing Football Video Support, or FVS. Instead of continuous background monitoring by a room of officials, FVS operates on a strict coach-driven challenge token system. But the most aggressive spatial experiment is currently being trialed in the Canadian Premier League. Championed by Arsene Wenger, FIFA's chief of global football development, it's known as the daylight offside rule. Look at this profile view of an attacker leaning past a defender. Under the trial rules, they are perfectly onside. The flag only goes up when absolute, visible daylight appears completely between the attacker and the defender. These innovations drastically flip the legal burden of proof. They empower coaches to actively challenge errors and grant attackers a distinct, measurable advantage on the field. IFAB's sweeping statutory overhaul removes the heavy burden of subjective interpretation from the referee's shoulders. The laws of the game are now anchored to clear, objective visual thresholds. With literal hand countdowns, strict 4-meter interaction zones, and visible daylight offsides, the sport is legally engineered to be faster and fairer. The rules are clear, and ignorance of football's new law is no longer an excuse.